Hello, my hosts, and welcome to a Unity programming stream. Let's get right into it, shall we? Yep. And I'm thinking... I thought I'd use my older models today, just for a bit of variety. So, here we go. Now, I've been thinking about this settings page, and what we can do is we can add a bit of code to here. The idea being, when this is popped into existence, we'll populate all these fields, and we'll have an apply button and a cancel button down here, along with our OK. And that way, we'll actually manually apply everything. So, rather than having the current system where we have it as a on edit thing, which doesn't seem to work. So let's remove these on edit values. Right. On OK, we've got set active switched off. We might have to have a bit more code. Let's see if there is basically a on set active and an off. Let's have a look. Is there an on set active Unity? Mono behavior on enable. Okay. Able and on disable. Excellent. So we'll copy this. We'll create a new script here. We'll call it null settings panel behavior. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll edit that. Right. Oh, hold on. What's he doing here? How do I full screen this again? There we go. Oh. I wanted to say update on close, but it closed before I could do though. Right, on disable. Let's see if that works. We go back into here. We run our code. Look at the console. That's Is that because no. Full logo. That is not doing what I wanted. Oh, of course, hold on. Stop that. Save all. And we will go back to Unity. Let's try that again. Script was enabled. Script was disabled. Okay. Cool. Right. So we've confirmed the behavior. Now, what we'll add is, what are these? These are text fields. Text, okay. I haven't figured out how you sort of cut and paste the type of these. Okay. Or should we have it on startup locate the text? That would have a nice sort of auto configuration type thing, but it'd be a little bit of hard work. Let's avoid that for the time being. So these are the text. We don't want the text. We actually want the input field. Okay, let's have a look at the type of input field. Hello, how are you today? I am quite well at the moment. So, I'm just looking up the information about input fields in Unity. Field, Unity, okay. And because we're going to be using this to set our settings. So delegates, static property. Oh, awesome. That's what I like to hear. I like, go to current version. Oh, but it doesn't tell me it. I do like people in my chat feeling super. How it's from, I think it's just UI input field. Oh yeah, there it is. Unity Engine UI. So we are going into here and we'll go say using paste Unity Engine UI, put field, so it's public field, and the first one of them in our UI is owner. Right. So we'll save this. No, not duplicate it. I said file. Save all. We'll go to here. Let's give it a run. Ah. And this is working fine. Actually, it's not working fine. The first letter of your name is cut off. But that's a UI thing that I can fix up a little bit later. It keeps changing the scale slightly. I'm not sure why, but at least we are getting that aspect working. And now if we look at our panel, we'll have, oh, come on, settings panel. Where is that? Okay, image. Have I lost the... That is weird. Canvas renderer. Something has gone a little strange. The put field. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. Okay. Let's maybe settings panel. Where did I put my... Okay, it's on click. Oh, yeah, I put it onto the... I put it onto the button. I should have put it on the panel. So we'll just pick it up and drop it off onto the panel itself. There we go. So now it's there. And it wants the input field. So I can drag the owner input field into it. Let's see that go. Text. Settings panel. Owner. Input field. Excellent. Now we'll just repeat that for the other settings. Just make this a little bit smaller so we can see both of those things on screen at the same time. Come on, where are you? There we go. So, thank you. Public field moderator. Public put field member public input field, and the next one is verified and public input field Normal. Oh, normal. Don't autocorrect to some things I don't want. There's no JavaScript. This is all C#. Unity used to actually do JavaScript, but nobody used it that much, and they basically removed it. Hold on, I'm taking a sip. There we go. Now, I'll save this. Now, when we look at this in the inspector, we have all these ones. So we drag over moderator into the moderator, member into member, verified into verified, and normal into normal. We'll handle super chats later because it's slightly more complicated because there's a whole lot of tiers for it. And also I can't really test super chats yet because I'm a lowly peasant that doesn't have enough subscribers. Okay, so next step from there, go back to here. On enable, what we want to do is go through all of these and populate them with the values from our settings. So we are going to need the settings type. And let's have a look at you. Okay. I am hoping so. So it is just called settings. Copy. Honestly, it's not me being... It's more me being self-deprecating. So, public settings. Settings. But, go back here. Settings, drag the settings over there. Basically, we are plumbing things in together so that they work correctly. Okay. So, on enable, we're going to have it pick up the settings from the settings object. So how do we do this? How do we refer to it? Is it just this? Dot owner dot is there some sort of set text? Get type owner dot text, maybe? Yep, text equal text dot I think we just just set it. Let's just try and set it. Equals settings dot owner dot and not to string, and owner has a, well, owner is a chat color which has an author foreground. Copy. Oh, at the moment we aren't setting the message foreground, but we'll do that later. Basically, this will be a proof of concept. And on disable, at the moment we're just going to set it always when we close the window. So we'll have this but back to front. Copy, paste, cut that out, and do that. So this means when the settings panel is opened up, it'll take the information from our settings object and put it into the text field. Then when we close that window, it'll take whatever's in the text field and put it back into the settings panel, into the settings object. Save that. Let's run this. Here we go. There's currently nothing in there because it's set to the default. So, yellow. What happens if we say test me now? And it pops up, it's yellow. Awesome. If we go back to settings, it says yellow in it. Let's replace that with pink. Does this work? Perhaps it doesn't know what a pink is. Red. Does it not know what pink is? Yep, it just didn't know what the word pink meant. Excellent. So, we'll stop that. And we will repeat that change for all of the settings. So settings dot moderator dot author foreground equals this moderator text. Settings dot member dot dot author foreground equals this dot dot text. Did I misspell member? Yes, I did. I added up, made it into member, which I think's sort of appropriate. It's a member that memes a lot. Settings dot verify dot author foreground equals this verified text. Oh, it guessed. Text dot normal dot author foreground was this normal text. Excellent. Also, we can use HTML colors, so we can just put in the RGB values. So it just not knowing what pink is isn't so much of a limitation. And we will repeat the same trick backwards. This dot moderator dot text equals settings dot set dot dot foreground is dot dot text equals right there dot find dot text dot foreground and this dot normal dot text. Excellent. So that bit works there. I'll save that. We'll start you up. We'll go owner is yellow, normal is green. And I can't type in that. I'll have to fix that up as well. Let's go and fix that. Was I just typing blind? And that, well, that still worked. Excellent. So things I need to fix. Need to fix the size. I'll just zoom in here. Need to fix the size of these texts so that they fit in the screen. It's fit in this sort of like little bubble here. So font size 7, 8. I think that's fine. Let's go 7 again. Because at the moment it's too big and people are not actually seeing the value. So if we go like that, we might actually have to increase it some more to make it a bit more readable. We start this up. So green, red, blue, white. And when we go to settings again, that comes up. Test this. Okay. Now, can you test yourself again? Awesome! So it correctly detects mod status and will color those correctly. That's awesome. Things are working correctly. Yep. I briefly modded you, and when it showed your thing, when it showed your field, when it showed your chat, it correctly colored you. So now let's go into the settings, object. At the moment, you have to type in the settings manually, but what we want to do is have those what we want to do is have these settings stored. So I am going to look at Unity documentation, Unity serialization, saving settings. We could watch a YouTube video, but I think it's better to just read it. How to save your game states and settings. Okay. By preference. Discuss it. You can use preferences between sessions, go on to settings, blah blah blah. That's separate from your project. Store data in simple key pairs. Only supply determine JSON's yep. JSON Unity. It's fully right. Some libraries, binding trails, data security. Don't need to test things right now, but I really appreciate the offer. I really appreciate everything. Okay. So basically, use JSON to serialize it out, save it somewhere, and then bring it back up. That sounds fine. So we're going to need... We don't need any of this set owner stuff anymore. That was from a different part. Just remove that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just check Unity documentation for shutting down. Is there a unity end? Unity end function. Unity function called at end of program. Calling a function on scene exit. That sounds good. This is mostly what programming is. Hitting Google and looking up and finding out how other people do it. Okay. On destroy. That's like model behavior on destroy. Excellent. Right. I'll copy that onto here. Void on destroy. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to take a sip. Now, I'm pretty sure we have already got a simple scroll. Already makes use of no. There's a bit where this parses JSON, so I'm just going to copy what I did for that. Read chat, where it goes to read chat standard. JSON utility from JSON chat line. So yeah, we'll copy that because we've already done it and know it works. And we're going to our settings. So on start, paste here, but rather than chat, how do we, can we do this? Can we set go save that. It doesn't like that. Cannot set this because it's read only. That's fine. What we can do is have something called temp this, and this will be of type setting. Yep. Temp this. This is kind of ugly, but go this dot super chat equals temp this. Oh, it's worked out what we're doing. Yes. Oh. Okay. Well, at least we didn't have to write any code for that. And we'll have a how are we doing constants in here? Now go back to simple scroll. At the moment, I'm just setting the file path. I just go like that, okay. We just hard coded in. We'll be fixing that when we push it out in production. I do plan to do some more reviews and other YouTube series in the future when basically I'm inspired and I have something useful to say is the answer to that. At the moment, I haven't done any other for any other VTubers, but I've done a YouTube video that I pushed up this morning, my time, on how delivery companies will how delivery companies will misroute packages deliberately when they are sending it out. And I'm quite proud of that. I did a whole lot of animation on it as well. So if people would like to watch that, I really recommend it. Settings, location, and we'll say that this is chat scraper. Oh, chat dot JSON. Yeah. Another thing that when we go to production, we'll be changing that name to something more suitable. You don't like that. Why don't you like that? Oh, because we don't use it. Right. Now, since I've just started in C#, open a file open method system.io. Okay, that seems fair enough. Close that. The path will be settings location. And this will be file tools. And I've got to actually put the what's his into that system. It's system dot open, I think it will want to do. System io.open, and the mode, I wonder if I go like that, Nope. It's not going to auto-complete that for me. Yeah, I'm basically my own director in that way. And it is a bit consuming. It took me about a month, although I had a lot of interruptions in that month. Now, if we go to... just keep on referring to things. Here we go. Unit L C#. File. Okay. Actually, there's a... just checking the documentation, there is actually a handy way of doing it. So, settings behavior. I just want settings. Hi, how are you going? I am going quite well at the moment. So we can just go read all text, which is a lot easier. Copy that. Now we don't have to do sort of file handling. We'll call this settings text. That's not a word I like to use. I will just say I'm whatever gender you want me to be. There we go. And we go for another run. Yep, and everything compiles. Excellent. That's going fine. So it... no, actually... so on destroy, we're going to have to do the same thing in reverse. So string settings text, and we'll go systems utility. JSON utility to JSON. This. And we'll have, I think, is there a write all text? Let's check. Okay. C#. Oh. C# file. collection of strings to a file. And there is. What? Write all text. There we go. That is simple enough. And let's see if we can just pop that out here. So that's now sort of like a module constant, or like class constant. And we'll go like that. And go settings text. Right. Copy that down here. Let's see. I think we can just go write all text and not have the await. Perfect. Now, if we go back into our program, we'll start it up. Go. Huh. That's weird. Oh. Why isn't it grabbing control? I am inside the game. But instead of doing that, it's... Let's quit out of that. Say maximize on play. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Something odd is happening here. Oh, I bet it's because of that weirdness. If we go like that, does that fix it? No. Hold on, there's an error message here. Cannot serialize JSON to new instance of settings. Ah, okay. That sort of makes sense. What's happening is it's getting an error and throwing an exception because there's no settings file yet. So let's do something extremely dirty. Try. So go try. Put all of our code in a catch exception E, and then we do absolutely nothing with it. Ah, I would love to try doing that. I've already got three mathematics. Got 3 videos in a mathematics series already, and I'm currently working on a 4th. And I'm also thinking a lot about doing some programming teaching videos as well to supplement that. So those are all in the works. Now, if we try this again, so if we go yellow, red, okay. So that comes up. Test me. Very good. Now if we quit out of here, we're going to have to do it through this button rather than the quit button. Great. Now if we start it again, no, it hasn't loaded the message. Okay, that is not what we wanted to see. That could be because we are currently running it within the Unity platform itself, and it's not calling the onDestruct. So let's confirm if that is the case with a good old bit of debugging logging. So debug log, copy, and while we're at it, we will just we'll log this error message because we're not complete. We are not complete savages. That seems to be a problem on Google's side though, because when I look at the chat log inside of Google's UI, it comes out as the brawling one as well. So before destroy, okay. So save that. We'll go into here. We'll run it again. So red. Yeah, but you're right. That let's see if we go just the smiley face. Oh, that worked. Weird. That seems to be a all my emoji handling stuff is a bit weird at the moment. I've got to actually look into how to do that right. So we quit out of that. for destroy, okay. So that is getting called. But it is not. So for destroy, and the error log isn't. Copy. Let's have a little bit more log. This. Save that. So things are working somewhat. Let's not maximize it this time. If we run it. Cannot deserialize JSON to a new instance of type settings. Okay. So that looks like there's something wrong with the actual text itself that's serializing. So let's have a look what text that actually gets serialized. Debug log. We'll go to log. Settings text. So we just have a look at what the text is that we're getting back. Big part of programming is just progressively expanding things. So super chat, foreground, verified, member, moderated. That looks quite sensible. Desert to new instances of the type settings. I am wondering why that is. Anyway, fortunately, I'm going to have to continue that this next week, as I am running out of time for this stream. Thank you everybody who joined me. I'm just going to pop back to my main room. Here we go. Thank you everybody who joined me. We are making really good progress on this project. We've almost got the settings being in a savable state, and I think after this we can put some polish and some special effects, and we'll actually have a releasable project. So I'm quite happy. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for all your test data and keeping me company. I will see you tomorrow, perhaps. And tomorrow we will be doing, let's check my schedule. We will be playing a Kerbal Space Program. So I'd love people to join me for that. See you there.